So at this point, I think it's safe to say that saying that they're tone deaf is very accurate, right? They have to be tone deaf. There's no way after reading this article you can think otherwise. These people in Hollywood have to be the most tone deaf people I have ever seen in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, what am I talking about? Well, we have an article from Bounding Into Comics that I actually retweeted on Twitter because it was so mind-numbing. I could not believe that this was actually a thing, but it is, ladies and gentlemen. We have an article that says Netflix's live-action One Piece EP Marty Adelstein reflects on failed Cowboy Bebop adaptation. And apparently, he says what we learned is that the fans are expecting you to be true to the source material. I can't even finish. I can't finish it, bro. You have got to be kidding me. There's no way that this is real. You mean to tell me that you're just now figuring out that people want you to be accurate to the source material? Are you serious right now? Like this can't be real. Let's get right into this article, guys, because wow, I've been wanting to make a video on this all day. All day I've been waiting to make a video on it, and now let's get into it. So of course, before we do, guys, just real quick, consider hitting that subscribe button, man. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to help push us out into the YouTube algorithm. So it says Netflix's One Piece executive producer Marty Adelstein has revealed that the most important lesson he and his studio learned from producing the streaming giant's live-action Cowboy Bebop abomination was, as audiences have been telling Hollywood for the past decade, that all fans want of any adaptation is source material accuracy. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why this is a thing, right? Why should this be a thing? You have to be stupid. Like I don't know if it's stupid, tone deaf, just blind. I take your pick, but you have to be something, because there's no way you are an intelligent human being and then you want to come out and just say right now that, oh, you realize that what people care about is source material accuracy. No fucking shit. Like that should be the most obvious thing for anybody. I don't understand. Where is this disconnect here, right? You know why this disconnect exists? It's for a couple of reasons. Number one, they have an agenda they want to push. That's very much obvious. We talk about that all the time, their own personal agenda, and they themselves talk about it all the time in every single interview that they do. But let's take the agenda out of it and push the agenda to the side. They also are not fans of the IP that they're working on. If you notice, Hollywood actually actively hires people that either don't know about the source material or don't care about the source material. It's one of the two, right? And they always go for that because that way they can convince these actors and these writers to do whatever the hell the studios say to do. They're not going to get any pushback because those people don't know what the hell they're talking about or don't even care to know, as long as they're getting a paycheck. So again, if you remove the agenda aside, you also have that problem, which is a massive problem that's going on in Hollywood right now. It's affecting Marvel big time because Marvel actively hires people that don't read the comics or don't know about the comics or don't even know about the original characters at all, aside from just names. So this is a problem we have in Hollywood, in the studios. It's a big problem, and until they fix that or even want to fix that, they're never going to get anywhere. But let's see what this shocking revelation is for this director or EP or whatever. So it says Adelstein, who served as an EP on both anime adaptations and whose Tomorrow Studios produced them, opened up about his current mindset during a recent One Piece-centric interview given to Variety's Jennifer Mas. Reflecting on the total and absolute failure that was Netflix's Cowboy Bebop, Adelstein admitted, what we learned is the fans are expecting you to be true to the source material. I can't believe this is a statement. As we read the comments in response to Cowboy Bebop, it was always, well, they didn't do this character the same as this and that, he explained. It really taught us a lot of what we needed to do with this one. Thankfully, Adelstein was apparently not the only Tomorrow Studios team member to learn this lesson. According to studio president Becky Clement, after facing the cold hard truth that the hubris in attempting to Western Cowboy Bebop was responsible for the series' abysmal reception, it became everyone's goal to make sure that when you looked at One Piece, you thought it was a live-action version of the manga, but just felt like another feather in the legacy of Oda, that people just get to go see in another genre, but still have the same reaction and feeling towards the narrative. Ladies and gentlemen, man, I don't know. I don't believe them. I just don't believe them. I don't know about you guys, but I don't believe them. And the reason why I don't believe them is because we've heard this time and time again. Look at Rings of Power, for example. They swore, and this is why they had such bad backlash. They swore up and down that they were going to respect the source material. They swore up and down that the source material was their guiding light in making the actual TV show. And then what happened when the TV show came out? Hell, look what happened before the TV show even came out. It started to be known that this was not the truth, that they were actually lying to us about going after the source material and being true to it. So I think that what they're doing is they're trying to play reverse psychology, right? They're trying to advertise this TV show as a heavily source material accurate TV show, and I just don't believe them. I think it's going to be very modified, at least to some extent. I don't see this being a very source material accurate TV show. I know in terms of looks, they're trying to go for it, but overall, it all comes down to the narrative, right? It all comes down to the actual presentation, what the show offers, and only time is going to tell when it comes to that. But I will say that Netflix doesn't exactly have the best track record when it comes to pushing their agenda to the side in favor of source material accuracy. I'm just saying. So it says, and according to the One Piece set photos and trailers released thus far, it seems that Tomorrow Studios truly put their money where their mouth is when it came to the Straw Hat Pirates. While some elements of the series admittedly give off cosplayers recreating their favorite scenes for YouTube vibe, let's be honest, Arlong looks exceptionally wonky. The fact that a number of scenes seen thus far can be matched one for one with the original manga inspires far more hope in the series' faithfulness than possibly anything else could. Well, just to be fair, let's play devil's advocate over here. Remember, guys, The Last of Us gave you an almost one-to-one opener compared to the video games on the first episode. They gave you a one-to-one opener, and they used that first episode to trick a lot of people into thinking that this was going to be a source material accurate video game adaptation. Come to find out, that is nowhere near the case a couple of episodes in, all the way to the end of the series. So they do this. They do this bait and switch because they realize that the biggest viewership for them and what's most important is the first couple of episodes. So if they can convince a couple of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people to watch the first couple of episodes, and even if they trickle off towards the end, it doesn't matter. They got their viewership, they got their justification from their investors, and that's all they need to move forward with another season. So don't be shocked if a lot of this is bait and switch, which Netflix is known for doing. Just so you guys are aware, Netflix is 100% known for bait and switching. So it says, of course, a large factor in One Piece's source material accuracy is the fact that, unlike with Cowboy Bebop, Tomorrow Studios worked closely with the original series' original creator, Eiichiro Oda, who was adamant that he have final say in any and all production decisions. Considering my expected lifespan, I believe this is my last chance to bring One Piece to the entire world, explained Oda in a written reflection on his time working on the live-action series. If we're going to do it, I want to be able to supervise things while I'm still active. That's why I agreed to the live-action adaptation of One Piece back in 2016. Since then, Netflix has committed enormous resources to the production. He further detailed, it was announced that the show will launch in 2023, but they've promised that we won't launch it until I am satisfied. So again, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what happens with this particular TV show. Obviously, I am a huge fan of One Piece. I love the manga series. I am not actually a huge fan of the anime. I haven't watched it too much, but I am a big fan of manga. I prefer to read manga over anime. That's just me. I just don't have the time to sit down and watch the TV shows as much as I would like, but I do love the manga. I love all manga. I'm a huge fan of manga, and I still keep talking about the fact that I want to one day make a manga channel, a manga-based channel, but let's see exactly what they end up doing with this particular manga series, and seeing if they could bring it actually to the live action TV series and the live stream. But again, it's Netflix. You got to take it with a grain of salt. Until they prove otherwise, you really should not believe them. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.